and welcome to part 3 of the Mega Man playthrough.
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Alright, 4 Robot Masters down, and 2 to go. Next is Bomberman.
I do want to say this information's coming a little bit late, just a wee bit. I said I would disclose this information in the last part, but it took a little bit of searching to find a solid answer, but the regular price point for NES games, depending on their content, was really anywhere between $30 and $50, which back in the day, holy crap, was that a lot of money. I mean, you gotta also think back in the 80s, you could fill up your tank of gas, and we're talking like a semi-truck or something like that, an SUV, hell, a Hummer if you could travel back in time, your DeLorean for Christ's sake, for, $5 to $10. So saying something like, oh, it only was $30 is definitely an understatement. $30 being the average price. I believe I was able to see something along the lines of games like Dragon Warrior and stuff being $30, but games like Mega Man 2 and 3 where they have password stuff were $40ish, and then if I'm correct, Zelda, because of the ability to save directly onto the cartridge, was the $49.99 price that a lot of people went, oh my god. But hey, the thing is still the 4th selling best game of all time. At least in Nintendo's belt. Just saying. Worth noting.
And with Bomberman, we come to these guys, which will be a regular in the other games. Shield Joes. Well, there'll be other Joes, but Shield Joe here, I would definitely recommend the Ice Beam to freeze him, because with his shield up, you won't be able to damage him. Only when he's jumping or firing at you will you have a window to fire back at him. And once again, with the Penguins and Iceman, these Bullet Bill copies will be attacking you throughout Bombman's stage on the right.
What? And Bullet Bill copies? What are you looking at?
Those.
What? What are you talking about?
Bullet Bill.
No. No, that's definitely something else.
Fine. Torpedo Ted.
Alright, enough of that.
And once again, abuse of the Magnet Beam. Now for this, I think you guys will be seeing it too. YouTube or our capturing software's compression will kind of cut down what the Magnet Beam looks like. It should be just segments of blue flashing, but thanks to the compression rate, it might cut it down. It might look like some of the platforms are invisible. Just a word of warning, it's not a Game Genie thing. It's just the Magnet Beam being suffering as a victim of the compression rate.
Though it would be cool to get a Game Genie to work on a PS2.
True.
Like an NES cartridge Game Genie. I wonder what kind of contraption that would look like.
Probably it would be a little odd.
Bit of an abomination.
But what I was saying before is I'm a fan of the way the weapons definitely encourage you to look around. For example, right here, thanks to use of the Ice Beam and abusing the Mega Buster, since I kind of got him in an awkward position, you can freeze him, collect this extra life, and get reward. You get rewarded for experimenting with your new weapons, and it encourages replayability that way.
I think a lot of people there were like, oh, what's in this shaft? And they see the Shield Joes, and they're like, never mind. And then they walk by it, and I'm like, there was a life!
And in this game, the lives are
few and strung out,
and they are godsends. And the future games will be introducing energy tanks, which definitely lighten the load when it comes to the difficulty. But what's cool is, yes, the game is difficult, but the experimenting with the other weapons can make it
fun.
Well, to be honest, when it comes to difficulty, it's hard and it can be aggravating, but it's once again satisfying, and in the end, that feels a little more fun to me when it comes to conquering this on your own.
Oh yeah, in retrospective, I mean, you're talking to the guy who sat next to you throughout this, playthrough.
It happens. Everybody gets upset at these games. Oh, right, Bombman. His weakness, Fireman's Beam. The only reason I'm thinking is because fire would light the fuse prematurely, even though he's a big fan of exploding them on his own, as you can see.
I mean, he looks like a giant bomb himself. You're lighting his fuse. You know what I mean?
I'm not.
That was tasteless.
And with that, Bomberman goes down pretty fast. And with that, we have one Robot Master left, in which case he is weak to the bomb weapon. And
I wonder who that could be. I wonder who's left.
We have Gutsman. And Gutsman, I say with a bit of disgust, one of my testaments to the difficulty of the game. Not him as a robot master, but I'll be showing you this part. I'll keep it low for a little bit. I want you guys to just kind of watch and see this first segment. This right here! These stupid moving platforms. 12, 13 game overs of missing this third one right here. This third one. I edited. I don't care. I edited it. 13 game overs. I edited getting...
That's definitely an understatement. It was not a dozen times. I sat there through it all, and oh my god.
I might be a bad Mega Man player, and that may be the case, but that doesn't change the fact that drove me insane. He drops like a rock. If he's away from anything that isn't your own jump, he falls.
Which is ironic, because the guy's name is Rockman. I mean, come on, what do you want from him?
He's I'm fine with that. It's jarring because your jump is very weighty. He falls at a slower pace. But once he's off a platform that's not his own jump, he drops. Meaning, I guess gravity decided to throw him down.
I just noticed Hammer Bro ripoff.
Hammer Bro ripoff, and just as annoying. Thankfully, the ice beam will fix your little issue. Yeah,
you still take a hit every time, though. I don't know what kind of issues you're solving here.
Yeah, you learn this later, and you learn this throughout the game.
The hard way.
Leaving them alone once will make them respawn back. These enemies that I shoot, if I ever go back up to the screen, which is impossible because it's a falling segment, they will be right back. So don't think you can just go back to have an easier time to collect these power-ups.
No, you won't.
They'll be right there. In fact, even more annoying than usual.
And okay, yeah, it didn't look like you needed the health, but go for it.
At this point, I'm hectic. This was 20 game overs ahead. I wanted every...
If I remember, at this point, your eyes started shining like a Woobat here, and you just... an extra life.
I stood there and stared at it. I was like, you know what? I want this.
It's gonna be mine.
This is gonna be mine. But, that right there, there's only one other part in the game that, drove me crazy, but you'll be seeing my, the way I deal with it here. And with that, we're at Gutsman himself. Gutsman is really nothing special in my opinion. He's a heavy lifter robot. He'll be carrying blocks. He likes to lift things. The only thing we'll be noticing from Mega Man 2 onward, Dr. Wily has a very odd fascination with Gutsman. But I'll only keep it at that, so that way we can see it firsthand in the future games.
Oh, well, I mean... We'll see it later. I was gonna say, I don't think it starts in Mega Man 2.
Oh, you're right.
I think,
you're right.
You know what? To be honest, it starts in Wily's Castle, Mega Man 1. I mean, on top of, to make things worse too, is they want you to backtrack after playing him to go back to Cutman's stage to get the magnet beam or whatever, and you don't have to, but it's supposed to make it a lot easier and stuff.
Use the bomb to take care of Gutsman. 3 hits and he's down. And with that, all the Robot Masters are done. We'll be seeing you next part.
Hasta la vista.